Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth and I am here with my June wrap-up. Today is June 30th and it is almost 6 p.m. so I have a lamp on, so I'm hoping the lighting is okay. My mom let me know that this lamp gives me a reddish glow, so I apologize for that, but we're going to go ahead anyway. So let me get some notebooks out here and we will begin. I was waiting, I had to finish this last book because I have been reading this book. It was supposed to be a buddy read like 2 or 3 months ago, and yeah, it didn't happen. The first book I finished for June was Parker Pine Investigates by Agatha Christie. This pick for Chantel's read-along, her Agatha Christie read-along, and I am a member of that, and this I gave 3 stars. This was not one of my favorites. Sorry, my mom was calling. I just zipped it up. This was not one of my favorites. It was just like a set of collected stories about Parker Pine, like some case files. And he runs an advertisement, and it says, "Are you happy?" And people come to him and he helps them find a little bit of happiness. So not one of my favorites, but I mean, I still enjoyed it. It was okay. Okay, so the next one I finished, that's my computer, was The River We Remember by William Kent Kruger. Now, I did a vlog where I talked about this book, but oh my goodness. And this book was on both the Read Historical Fiction 2024 that Shelley Swear Engine was hosting, and Sue Jackson's big summer book challenge, summer big book challenge. I can't ever get that one right. Anyway, Sue Jackson's challenge that she's doing this summer for big books. And this is about a man's body is found in this river that this city has that runs through it. It's Jewel, Minnesota. Yes. And Jimmy Quinn's body is found, and it is up to Sheriff Brody Dern to find out who killed this man. And the town automatically accuses this Native American who is married to this Japanese lady that he brought back from the war. When he came back from the war, he brought his wife, who is a Japanese lady. The year is 1958, and so they accuse Noah Bluestone, and it is Sheriff Dern's responsibility to solve this murder before they take the matter into their own hands. So this was so good. So good. Now, the next one that I finished, I think it's this one. No, it's this one. Okay, I started this one in May, but I finally finished The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I was so disappointed with this book. Now, I gave it 3 stars. Oh, 5 stars. 5 beautiful stars. Okay, I gave this one 3 stars. Now, I read The Maidens by this author, loved it. I read The Silent Patient by this author, loved it. And so when I got this book, I thought it was going to be awesome, but I was so disappointed. I stayed so confused and wasn't sure if I was reading a memory or if these things were really happening. And then we would be told that this was just a memory. And yes, if this had happened, then it would have, you know, and so it was just not what I expected. So these friends all gather on this private island that's owned by this actress, and somebody dies and the killer is among them. It's really, I will read his next book. I mean, I enjoyed parts of it. Some of it was so good, but I stayed so confused. Moving on, I'm going on to The House is on Fire by Rachel Beanland. Oh my goodness, this one was 5 stars. Oh, there's a theater, there's a play going on, and the people in this town, and Richmond, Virginia, it's 1811. The theater company has some props that aren't in place, so somebody tells one of the stagehands to lift the chandelier because it's in the wrong place. And he says if he lifts it now, it's the wrong thing to do. But he lifts it on his own orders, and a fire breaks out. Some people are killed. The theater company immediately wants to place the blame somewhere else. So they want to push this blame off onto the slaves. They immediately say that were some slaves outside the back door and that it was a slave revolt. And it is told from the perspectives of Sally, Cecily, Jack, and Gilbert. And these 4 characters are just amazing people. And I love the way this author wrote these characters. They were just incredible. And Gilbert is just amazing. And all the characters in here are just, she wrote them so well. Even the ones you don't like. She did such an amazing job. Incredible story. Okay, so my next book was a buddy read with my sister. We read One Door Away from Heaven by Dean Koontz. This was just a last minute, let's do a buddy read, pick a book, let's do Dean Koontz. And so I gave her some choices. She picked this one. This is about Michelina Bell's song. Something happens and she moves in with her aunt. She's like down on her luck. Her aunt lives next door to, well, these people move in next door. It's a little family. And they have a daughter. And the daughter is Leilani Klonk. And Leilani has a not fully formed hand and a prosthetic leg. And Leilani is just this wonderful, outstanding, smart, beautiful girl that is telling all these things to Mickey, Michelina, but she goes by Mickey. And she tells her that her mom is an alcoholic and a druggie, and her stepdad is a murderer. And so she gets really close to this girl and realizes that she's telling the truth. And she tries to turn the family into DHS, but that doesn't work for some unknown reasons I won't tell you. So she tries to enlists the help of a private investigator named Noah. And so there's also a young boy named Curtis and his dog, and I mean, it is just amazing. So it is incredible. 5 stars. Dean Koontz is a great author. I loved it. She chases them miles, hundreds of miles, trying to track this girl down, because she's taking this girl because she knows this girl is not safe. Okay, so then this last week, Liv from Liv's Library, Kendall from Kendall's Pages, Rachel from the Besties book sleeve, and Elizabeth, I'm not sure what her new channel name is. She has an Instagram account. I will link it below. She recently changed her name, and I know what it used to be, but I don't know the new one. They had a readathon, and it was all about Pride and Prejudice. So I chose Pride and Prejudice for strong female character and enemies to lovers. I finished this. I listened to the audiobook, but this is just, and I did some following along, but this is just such a beautiful edition. I love the chapter pages, and then, you know, the book is such a beautiful cover. So I finished that one. The one I didn't finish was my rom-com prompt, and I was supposed to read Abby Jimenez just for the summer. I didn't get to that one. I gave that 5 stars. So if you don't know what Pride and Prejudice is about, it is about the Bennett sisters. They're all out in society. The main one is Elizabeth, and she's sassy and sensible, and she's insulted by Darcy. She overhears him saying that she's not pretty enough to tempt him, but in all actuality, he is tempted. And so then he must right the wrongs he has caused, because he causes quite a few of them. So the next one was a 5-star prediction, and I chose Middle of the Night. This means I've got to go in and edit my I got to finish my vlog as well, because I just finished these 2 books today. And this is by Riley Sager, and this is about Ethan, and when he was a child, when he was 10, his best friend went missing during a sleepover, a camping. They were camping in his backyard, and his best friend went missing, and he's returned back to his hometown after 30 years. He's trying to figure out who took his best friend and what happened to him, and mysterious things start happening. And yeah, we're seeing 2 different timelines. We're seeing the lead up to what happened back then, and then, you know, today's timelines, so to speak, today's timeline. So 5 stars. Riley Sager never disappoints me. I love Riley Sager. Don't come at me if you don't. I love him, and it's even blurred by one of my other favorite authors, Lee Child. I can't get much better than that, and I loved it. So my last read was a buddy read. I was supposed to be buddy reading with my friend Chris and her son. Well, he sped read it and finished it like way before we did, and then she finished it way before I did, and I finally finished it. So Aragon, now I gotta read Eldest next, but I finished Aragon just minutes before I pushed play to record this wrap up. And Aragon by Christopher Paolini is about Aragon, who finds what he thinks is a stone, and we learn about the dragon riders from Brom, who tells a story, and they live in this town called Carvajal. And so then a few days after he has this stone, a few weeks after he's tried to sell this stone for money, Eragon lives with his uncle and his cousin, and he helps them on their farm. This stone hatches, and it's a dragon. And so he feeds this dragon, and he takes care of this dragon. He takes it out to the woods. This dragon starts growing, and he's trying to keep it a secret because the king can't know about this dragon. The king is evil. And so it is just a wonderful story about this boy's adventures with this dragon, and the dragon's name is Saphira, and all the tales they go through, and it's just wonderful. So I chose Eragon for my heartwarming book and my magical element, and it's 5 stars. So I'm just so thrilled that I was able to complete almost all of my reads for that, and that I was able to participate in this Pride and Prejudice readathon, and I'm looking forward to Jane Austen July, and then all the other books that I chose for July. And yes, that is my June wrap-up, and if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.